A few months ago, I had this idea that I wanted to start a YouTube channel so I could record my journey as I started my health food startup, Juju's Foods. I've been taking hundreds of videos, pictures, putting it on an external hard drive, organizing it all because I knew that I would want to have some B-roll that I could make into this cute little montage and eventually upload on YouTube. Well, 2 weeks ago, I uploaded my first YouTube video. I shared it with literally just my family, and I was getting all ready to upload my second video and finally post to the whole void that I have started YouTube. Well, as I was working on that second video, as I was hitting save, this external hard drive where I'd been storing months and months of data just died. Obviously, I was extremely upset by the situation. When you're in the middle of something that you were afraid to do, and you finally start to build a little bit of momentum, like you decided to finally start your YouTube channel, start your business, and then something throws your train car completely off of its tracks, you have two options. The first option is whatever, you do nothing, you give up, you fail, and that's it. And the second option is to keep going. So how did I do that? In today's video, I'm going to talk about how I personally deal with setbacks and how you can apply this mindset and these 4 steps to really come out stronger on the other side of your setback, no matter what it is. Okay, so the first thing that I do is that I just really allow myself to be upset. And I do set a time limit for this depending on your situation and what the setback or the failure might be. We're only human, we can't just cap, I'm going to be upset for 1 hour. Just don't suppress any feelings that you're feeling. There are definitely periods in my life where I've had significant enough setbacks and constant failures that I've literally had to go to therapy. So this is a less extreme case. When my hard drive crashed, I gave myself a limit of 3 days. So be upset, but also understand that you've got to keep going. And that's the second piece of this, is that if I can't fathom fixing the situation right away, the next thing that I do is I figure out what's something that I actually like doing that I just never have time to do. So do something that makes you feel good. You just went through a really horrible experience. If you love to paint, give yourself an hour to paint. Allow yourself to just do something that brings you joy. Hopefully it's something that's also gives you a sense of accomplishment. It doesn't need to be anything crazy, but it's about action and physically doing something to not only distract your mind, but also push you into this sense of like, okay, yes, I can do things. This didn't end me. Like, I can still enjoy life. That's something that I find really helpful. When my external hard drive crashed after I was really upset for multiple days, during that time I actually did things that I really never fully have the time to do. One of the days I went for a second run because I was really stressed out. I usually run once. So a second run, it was nice and easy, but it just allowed me to get outside, breathe, relax on a day when everything felt extremely overwhelming. I also took my dogs to the, I can't say it because they're gonna jump up and get really excited, but anyway, this place, I took them there. So think about something that actually gives you joy that you don't have the time to do, and do it, and you'll find that you're moving your body, you're not sulking anymore, and you're moving things in the right direction. Okay, so the third thing that I do is I try to understand what did I learn from this and what can I do to prevent this type of situation in the future. If you've had a failure of some sort recently, there's always a lesson and there's always something where you can flip the situation and think, how does that actually fall on me? When my external hard drive crashed, it was very easy for me to, instead of blaming myself, just be upset that the universe threw yet another hurdle in my direction. Yeah, but at the same time, it was a lesson for me that I needed to not only have an external hard drive, but I needed to back up that external hard drive. For some reason, I just thought that external hard drives were indestructible. I don't know why I thought that. I also did not realize that there were multiple types of external hard drives, so I just bought the cheapest one. But anyway, that taught me several lessons. That taught me 1, back up the external hard drive. 2, understand the different types of external hard drives. 3, in this new world that I'm navigating with YouTube, my startup, there's going to be a lot of stuff that I really don't understand. And in order to not get screwed, I really need to just sit down and figure out what are the different types of services that are available to me? What are the key differences as to why one thing costs $300 and the other thing costs $50? There's probably a reason. So recapping this section quickly, take a minute. If you had to blame yourself for what happened in the situation that happened, how could you do something differently so that it doesn't happen again in the future? Okay, so the 4th thing that I do is in terms of just moving on and rebuilding momentum. It's a 2-part thing. So the first thing is if you need to fix your situation, immediately do that, because that is, again, physically taking action, moving yourself in the right direction to fix whatever situation the setback caused. In the case of my external hard drive, I immediately, as soon as that happened, I booked an appointment with Best Buy the next day to go take my hard drive there so I could get it sent out to a data recovery center. So immediately fix your situation. That's 1. And then the second thing is just keep going. Just keep trudging along as if your setback never happened. And I know depending on the situation, it might be different for everyone, but for this YouTube channel, for example, like, okay, I'm not gonna have my second video that I was really looking forward to posting, and I could have just stopped, and I really did feel like stopping. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie, I am so exhausted from this past week with the whole hard drive situation, and then just stuff with my full-time job. There's just a lot going on, and I'm completely exhausted. And honestly, the last thing I really wanted to do today was record this video. But I'm here anyway, and I'm doing it because I'm building momentum. And the second that you stop building momentum and you stop taking action is when dreams die. So just keep going. And if things seem impossible, break it down into tiny, tiny steps and celebrate your wins. Even if it's something small, think opening a Word document or setting up your camera to record your next video. Imagine a version of your future self where this setback happened and you just pushed through. Like, what does that you look like? You're stronger, you're more resilient. As you write down all these different wins coming over that setback, you're actually building evidence that you are that version of yourself that you had always envisioned, setback or not. And writing down all these little wins, that is proof to yourself that you can do it and that you can keep going. And no matter what setback life throws in your way, you can handle it. Okay guys, so to just quickly recap what I do whenever I experience a setback or failure. So the first thing is that I allow myself to be upset about the situation and I give myself a time limit. The second thing is I do something that gives me a sense of accomplishment that I actually enjoy doing. The third thing is, what is the lesson? If you had to blame yourself and you had to somehow go back in time to prevent this situation from happening, what would you do? That is your lesson. The fourth thing is just keep going. Build momentum, celebrate your small wins, build evidence for yourself that you are a version of yourself that keeps going no matter what setbacks are thrown in your way. And that future version of you is the best version of you, because there's one thing in life that's guaranteed, and it's that hurdles will always be thrown in your way when you least expect them. So having a system for easily being able to just keep going so that when the next thing does happen, you know how to move forward resiliently and come out even stronger on the other end. So I wanted to thank you guys for watching this video. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, and hopefully my video that I was going to post will get recovered. So thanks again so much for being here, and I will see you guys in the next one.